Hello everyone and welcome back to Patty's Hobby World. So today I felt like I think I want to do some flowers today. So I pulled out my Johanna Basford's World of Colors. I've had this ever since last year. I've done a lot of work out of this book. So I looked at it this morning. I also looked at my nice little towns and my Julia Sperry, the inspiration. So I figured, let's just do something out of here and we'll have fun with it. So I pulled out this page. There's four flowers. So we're going to just work on one of these squares. And then I may do this scene next. Okay, so we're going to move that over here. Now this is the nice cardstock. And we are going to do, well, we might just go start at the top. So I'm going to zoom in so we can get full view of this gem here. And I'm going to move this over just a little bit more because I know when I lean in I tend to there, that looks good. Let me go back out just a little. Okay, that looks good. And there should be enough light. I got my light on. Both lights are on. And the window open. I mean, the light from the windows coming in. So hopefully it'll all be good. Okay, so this is over here. So we're going to do this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the background first, okay? And I think on this one, I am going to do a black background. Maybe this one we'll do an orange background. The other ones will pick different colored backgrounds. Okay, and where is my marker? I'm pulling out my tomboys, but I just want the black one. There it is. So we're gonna just work gently and get this in here black. I'm just gonna take some time and do this. We'll get started, and then what I'll do is I'll get my little pin. We'll get started, and then I'll finish it while we're off, and then we'll get started with the flowers, because this is going to take a few minutes. So, and of course, as you see, I don't want to get too close, so I'm going to get my little pin marker, and then get in there, get into these crevices. Okay, and then we'll see how it goes. I've seen some girls do some girls, they do black backgrounds. I'm like, I've never done a black background. So we're going to see what it's going to look like. So we get one of these little small. So it's just going to be one of those things you're going to take some time with. So we'll do about 10 minutes of this with you, and then I'll get off and I'll finish it. Because I know you don't want to watch the whole thing. Because this is going to take a little bit of time. But I don't have one of those types of cameras that I can do the speed thing. Because this is just this is not a video camera per se. This is more of a camera that I have. I will upgrade later on. Okay, so that's going to be pretty, yeah? We'll do yellow and maybe some neon. Get out the neon markers. See how it goes. Yeah, that's going to be pretty. Oh, that's my phone, and I didn't bring it to me, so but don't. I'll call them back later. probably spam anyway. And my tooth is, pulled. I had it pulled yesterday at around 8:15, 8:30. And, hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Yep, told you. It was what do they call it? Scam. Told you it was. So it went fine. They did me some laughing, the nitric oxide, which they call laughing gas. So that kind of mellowed me right out, like right out. And then they did the IV. So I came home, and my son brought me home, and I went straight. I got on the couch because I was still out of it, so a little bit out of it, and I was on the couch for like maybe 30 minutes, and I'm like, no, I gotta lay down. So I got in my bed and slept for like 5-6 hours. And then got up, walked around because you gotta get the fresh air. So I went outside and breathed in some fresh air, and the wind was blowing, so get some fresh air in and get the blood flowing. So I walked around just in my garage driveway. It was raining, but the rain had stopped, so there was some good fresh air outside. So I kept walking, just move around, get the blood flowing, and get fresh air in. So then I went back in and just, smashed up the banana because you're not supposed to eat anything hard. You don't want anything getting into the wound site. No need for painkillers. No need for ibuprofen. After an extraction, I don't have any pain. I don't have any discomfort at all. So I didn't have to fill the prescription. So then the doctor was kind enough to call me around, I think 7:30 that night, and of course I thanked him for calling because what doctor calls after general surgery? Although I did have one experience at the VA in December of 2020 when I was real sick with the flu and pneumonia, which I still believe I had COVID. And he called me. Hey, I just want to check on you, Miss Wise. I'm like, who is this? Oh, this is Dr. So-and-so from the VA. I treated you last night. And I'm like, wow. I said, you know what? I've been to the emergency room several times in my lifetime at the VA for one thing or another. And an emergency room tech emergency room doctor never called me. And he says, well, I'm the one that does. I'm like, well, I hope next time I'm sick, you're there. So he asked me if I was okay. Because I was pretty bad. I don't know if you guys remember, I had double pneumonia. So I had pneumonia in both lungs. And I was pretty sick. But he called. So I thought that was really nice. So he talked to me about saturation rate. Because when I went in there, I said, I feel like I have trouble breathing. My mind is telling me, girl, you need to get air. You need air. You need to get air. And he says, well, your saturation rate is 90%. And I'm thinking, okay, what's that? He says, that thing that we put on your finger? I said, yeah. He says that tests your how much air is going into your body. He says you're getting air. But I can understand that you're having some, some idea that maybe it's difficult because your lungs, you have pneumonia. And when you have your pneumonia, your lungs fill with, got some fluid in there. So we got to get all that taken care of. So they put me on, antibiotics, put me on 2 weeks of prednisone, gave me some of that Theraflu, gave me some other stuff. Oh, gave me a little inhaler. So if you feel like you want to, just take an inhaler, and that'll help open up your bronchial eluvi, whatever he called it. And he says, of course, if you're having more difficulty and things are not progressing better, you need to get in here. I said, okay. But no, once I got home, took all that medication, went to bed and slept for like 3 days. I didn't eat. I just got up, used the bathroom, got some water, laid back down. He says, what you need is rest. So give the body a chance to do its work, which is very important. A lot of people, they're sick and, they're still trying to take care of kids. They're still trying to go to work. No, your body needs to rest. It's one of our problems. We don't take the time to rest, And that's what I did for like 3 days. And I sweated it all out. And then I was super hungry. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I got up and made some toast with, butter or a little bit of peanut butter, but, nothing major. I wasn't making any, plates of food. Ooh, isn't that going to be pretty, guys? How does that look to you guys? Oh man, yeah, I'm almost done too. Let's keep going. We can keep chatting. So he was just very nice, and I have to take the minute to say, you know what, I really appreciate you calling. And I'm an emotional person, so I start crying. I start crying over anything. I said, I really appreciate that. Uh, so I love what I do. I love taking care of people, and you were sick. You came in. You weren't. You were sick. So, but I knew we could take care of you. And I'm like, well, I appreciate it. So if I ever win the $1 million, I may buy him a boat or something. Because those are the people you remember, And people give a damn. So. And then I had an experience going to a hospital. What are you in here for? And I'm like, I have trouble breathing. And he's like, well, it doesn't look like you're having trouble breathing. I'm like, do I need to go to patient advocate? Do I need to make some phone calls or something? I said, so what are you saying? Because I used the race card. I said, what, black people don't have, not supposed to have trouble breathing? Because he was a white doctor. And me, don't get me started. Because I don't play that. I said, just let me know. You know what I mean? I'll go to another hospital. But be sure, everybody will know. I'm not the one to keep things quiet, especially with this, because it's true. You get some doctors in there that you really shouldn't be a doctor. You shouldn't do. Anyway, anytime you're trying to help people or service people, and you got that kind of attitude, let me tell you something. We don't need you. And trust me, I've had a few times where I had to set a couple doctors straight because I don't care. You ain't gonna talk to me that way. You ain't gonna what do they call it? Be condescending and tell me that what I'm feeling is in my head. You just say the word, doc. I got you. I know when I'm not wanted. I don't go anywhere where I'm not wanted. It's like when people go to these restaurants and they're having. Did I make a mistake there? I think I did. Oh no. Oops. Just round that up just a little bit. I know I kind of lost it there. Okay. I know a few years ago, I think it was, I don't know, some of those buffet restaurants, they're having some discriminatory practices. I'm like, don't go there. Don't, don't spend your money where they don't want you buying. They don't want you coming in. The hell with them then. You know. I only go where I'm wanted, and if I don't feel like I'm wanted, I don't spend my money in that store. I'll tell you one thing, what this pandemic has done, that's for sure. I have saved plenty of money because I used to go out to eat to my favorite restaurants at 4 times a week. I used to spend like, I don't know, I hate to say, but $200-300, well, $200 a week going out to lunch or taking myself out to, dinner at my favorite restaurants. And that's Carrabba's. I do like Olive Garden too. Or some specialty restaurants, but ever since the pandemic, I haven't been anywhere. I just went to Carrabba's with my grandson the other day, and it has been months since I've been there. Now I'll go to Olive Garden because I get the soup over the winter because I like to eat the soup over the winter and my tiramisu. But I do drive-through. I just pick it up now. I don't even go inside anymore. Whereas before the pandemic, I used to, you just take yourself out and, have somebody serve you, No harm, no foul. Give a nice big fat tip. Because I used to work in the hotel industry and I know my servers, they used to work hard. I was in the hotel industry for like 14, 15, maybe 15 years. Wow, that looks good, guys. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so should I just get started and keep going and because we got 10 minutes left. All right, yeah, let's keep going. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to pull out, because I just want to see something. Yes, I've got all my Sharpies too. So let's do the Sharpie thing for right now. Let's see what we can get out of the Sharpie. Let's make this thing as dramatic as we can. And then we can do one with my colored pencils. We can do one, each one differently. So you can get an idea. So this is black marker and we're going to do the Sharpies on this one. So let's get some yellows. Well, let's do pink first. So we're going to do some pinks. Pinks and yellows maybe. Okay. So I'll do a flower. We're going to get the first flower. Oh, I missed that spot. That's okay. I won't worry about it. I'll get that black spot later. Okay, I'll get that black spot later. So these looks like they're leaves. Okay, so let's do the buds here. And I'll go in and make sure these little areas of black are taken care of. Okay, that's those. They haven't opened yet. This one's open. So we're going to make this one a two, not a 4. We're going to make this one a 2 videos. So I'll do this until it shuts off. And as always, stay inspired and color, as I say. Get so motivated when I start coloring. It's amazing. And I think let's get this one over here. And then we'll do the reveal on the next one. Okay? And then we'll start the next one the next day. We'll do a different background. Because I love that. I love that black. Different background. Alright, so let's get in here. Alright, and then let's do some highlighting. So I'm going to go to the next one. And just kind of fill this in here. And a little bit in here. And just a little bit in here. Let's make this one all a little darker color. How about that? Okay. There. We'll do this. Then we'll come up here. Go around. Make this a little darker in here. Make sure everything is flowing, no hard lines. Okay. And let it dry, because it'll dry. It'll blend out really nice once it dries. There. And then I'm going to do little dots. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. Yeah, there they go. Okay. See, that already looks nice. I'm going to grab my T-bow chest because I want to... It's pretty much the same color. Okay. Alright, so we'll do that one. Those look like buds. Well, maybe we'll just do it all pink. How about that? Let's try this one. It's darker. Let's see if that works. We'll just do all pink. And let's do this one. The pink and black looks good. We'll keep those inners white so we get some pop. And I'll just keep talking and we'll go to the end and then we'll finish. Okay, is there another little small one? Let's do these backs right here. We'll make them look good because it's all about the shading afterwards. Make sure we get these in here. I haven't used these markers in a while. I used them a lot last year. So, yeah, but anyway, so just make sure, you know, when you're seeing your doctor and, you know, I don't let no doctor out talk me. I respect the doctor, don't get me wrong, you know, but when I'm feeling like I'm feeling and they say, well, no, it's not how, not technically how your symptoms are supposed to be. Well, you know what? Write these down. And then maybe the next time a doctor comes in and has a patient that says, I'm having these symptoms, then you'd be like, you know what? We've had another patient in this hospital that had the same symptoms as you. So maybe this is this is something new that's coming out of this kind of, you know, this illness. Because, you know, I have lupus and I also have vascularitis of the legs. So you got to be careful. So I'm telling them my symptoms. No, that's not consistent. You know what? I don't care what is not consistent. You know? So just write it in my chart. Sometimes you just have to be like that, you know? Trust me, let me tell you something. They'll respect you for it. Because they're so used to, you know, nobody saying nothing to them just because they're doctors. No, I respect the fact that you're a doctor, and I also respect that I know you know what you're talking about and all this stuff. But I'm not gonna have you tell me what I'm experiencing I'm not experiencing it, especially if I've never experienced it before, and now I have the vascularitis, and now I'm experiencing it. Come on now. You know what I mean? Don't give me that crap. But anyway, that's how Patricia is, you know. They don't know. They just know not to play with me. keep it straight. I want to know, I want to know. Am I dying? Am I going to live? Do I need surgery? It's like with my hemangioma. Yeah, I know. I got a lot of things going on, right? I have a hemangioma, the liver, and it's at its max size, but they won't remove it. So when I was scheduled for the surgery, I go in for the final, I guess the final consultations, and I guess the new doctor came in and said, well, why am I going to cut into a liver that's perfectly healthy? And like, I'm not worried about the liver that's perfectly healthy. I'm worried about the fact that my hemangioma is 10 by 9 centimeters, and that's the largest. And normally you go in and cut it out. And he says, well, I'm not going to cut it out. I said, because your liver's healthy. And I said, okay, no problem. I said, okay, no problem. I said, so what do I expect? What do I expect? Since we're not going to cut it out, what do I need to do? Well, if you start, if your poop starts turning gray, your skin starts turning yellow, you're having severe pain, yada, yada, yada. I said, okay, see you later, bye. So that was the end of that. And then I just had my MRI done for my liver. It's the same size, but now I'm having some kind of calcification, which I'm not really sure. So my regular doctor called me and spoke on it, and I said, well, he wants you to go back for another MRI in 3 months. And I told the doctor, I said, I'm not going back. If he told me that there's nothing to worry about, as long as it does, I'll see you guys next year. You know what I mean? But then I get a call, and they're like, well, we got to schedule you for. I said, no, put that on hold. I said, because you know what? When my liver doctor told me, when they called and said, well, look, the doctor wants to talk to you in I guess, end of August about your last liver, the one I had a couple weeks ago, but you want me to get another MRI in less than 3 more months? I'm like, no, you put that on hold. So I called my main doctor, and I had the message relayed to her. I said, look, I'm not playing this game with y'all. You say one thing, you say another, but I have to go back in every 3 months now. Y'all should have took the hemangioma out when they said that they were going to take it out. You know what I mean? And then we wouldn't be now in this situation where I'm having some kind of calcification, something. I don't know what it is. I said, until that liver doctor calls me and consults with me, then I'll see you guys later. Because I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Oh, it's safe. Don't worry, it's safe to go on the MRI. I said, like, nothing's safe when you're scrambling your electrons, and you're injecting me with some kind of to make me light up. You know what I mean? So you just got to be an advocate. You just got to be an advocate. So I said, no, put it on hold. If it was such a problem, then if it was such a concern, then he'll call me. And that's the end of this show. We got 30 seconds left. I will see you in a few minutes, and we'll finish this baby off. As always, stay inspired and color, color, color.